So this video. All right, well, let me actually pull up the email first.
Well, first of all, Tom likes to make us nervous sometimes. He was gone at a meeting for like 2 hours with somebody, and then came back and said, "Hey, let's make a video about firing people."
Yeah.
And so Kyle and I were both kind of like,
So
what kind of video about firing people?
Okay. Yeah. And this is Marvin just fired someone. And we're talking about firing clients. And so this is about firing clients. And it was just a weird coincidence. Marvin fired a client because the client had to be fired. And someone literally sent me an email titled "Client Firing." I'm going to leave out the details. I don't like to reveal anyone's personal information. But I will say... that I'm making this video right now because it's alignment of reasons I should make it. One, you sent me an email, and you know who you are, and maybe I think others have an interest in this. Marvin just fired someone.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about firing clients, and this is very impromptu, but this is a process you need to go through. When you are a smaller company, you take a lot of crap from other people sometimes because you kind of need the business, which I don't think is always the best move. And it is... coming from what some may call a position of privilege where you deny clients because you had money to deny them. I didn't, though. But you want to keep your sanity. Either way, we have at times fired clients, and we just had to fire one of them the other day. They are nuts, and this is sometimes you cannot deal with people. Doesn't matter what we do, the client was never happy. And there is no making this person happy. They don't like paying their bill. There's at least one major issue. And the reality is, when people don't pay their bill and say, I'm a good customer, I'm like, no, you're not a customer at all if you don't pay the bill. You're just someone who I'm providing services for that doesn't pay the bill.
And that's something to keep in mind, too. If you have to constantly chase them down, well, guess what? That costs you money.
Yeah. That's
so not only are they not paying, but you are then paying to try to get them to pay.
Yeah, and it becomes this constant loss leader when you have to chase money for them for projects that you did, that you build out for them, and they're like, well, I think that should be included, or whatever. And this was even, to go a step further, a managed client who was giving us a lot of problem. So they were on our managed services, but here's what they would do. They would bring in their own computers or other computers, add them to the network, but then expect us to fix them too because we were fixing the other ones. And they're like, well, we want to transfer the agreement over to this one. We look at it, well, it's all virused up. Well, yeah, that's why I want to transfer that one. And I'm like, you don't want to add it? And they're like, no. They would find any way as if it was a loophole in the system to do the things they do. They would complain about things. They would try to do a pressure thing. Oh, I had my friend look at it, and he says you're not doing it right, so I should get a discount this month because he found a problem you didn't know about. What problem? And it was always these vague, as if that's a strategy.
And I say, if they had their friend do it, it voids your service warranty.
Yeah.
Because now we have to go through the extra work of figuring out what your friend screwed up so that we can then fix it.
And most of his friend was his son who came in and goofed things up. We actively caught his son goofing things up and unplugging things on numerous occasions. Now, we will take care of your IT, but when you have your kid coming in who knows computers and, hey, great, everyone has to start somewhere and learn. Dad's company, while under a contract, is not the place to do it, or you're going to get a bill. And this kid plugged things in wrong, admitted to it at least. Dad said my son wouldn't do that. Kid's like, yeah, I did that. And then the screaming would begin, because screaming was definitely something this guy likes to do.
Oh, yeah.
He's at about this volume level all the time. He's hyper excitable about things, does not like replying to emails. If you asked him a question in email, he will most certainly give you a phone call, no matter what it is. He likes to say yes or no via phone. And he says, I'm reading an email you did. I printed it out. The guy has an old school mentality for things. Yeah. So we went there to collect in person. Once again, that money chasing thing. So we're there in person because, the credit card they put doesn't go, and so now Marvin's there in person collecting. Once again, that spending money, sunken costs. So yes, firing clients is appropriate. It is healthy for you. They may not ever be a healthy business. So there may be sometimes that they're just not a fit, but there's other times that some people are nuts and they do happen to own businesses, and they will continue. I remember when I fired one of my clients. I don't know if I told you this. I was told to pirate QuickBooks on his other list. Yeah.
Yes.
I said, no, we don't do that. He goes, well, you're like a hacker guy, blah, 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 computer guy. You can do this. I said, no. He proceeded to fling things off of his desk, to which I took a step back. He's a very large man who owned a construction company. And the commotion of flinging things off his desk, as I just said, you know what? When you're ready to grow up, I will come back. which I probably shouldn't have said because I didn't ever want to come back, and I didn't. When I'm walking down the hall, his employees are laughing. I go, what? And I go, did you tell him something costs money?
There it was.
There it was. And I'm like, yeah. They go, we draw straws at who has to tell him when something breaks. Because this was a big enough company that had a staff of about 30 other construction workers and had industrial equipment like bulldozers and things like that. So you're not talking about some random guy running a place. You're talking about a company that did millions of dollars a year. By the way, it did catch up with him, and he is out of business, and I don't feel bad at all.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Good news is the company actually bought, and they rebranded it, and they're still kind of there. I'd like to get them as a client who's there now because they have nothing to do with him, but the employees were saved by this other company buying him out, and he's gone. I don't know what he does. Hopefully he's in anger management somewhere.
Maybe he's an anger management coach now. He's gotten a total...
Yeah. He
hold
fell
of it.
off. His assets, everything were liquidated and sold when he went bankrupt to the other company. But yes, before I digress here, good idea to fire people. I've said it. Like I said, my regret is even suggesting I would come back to that company after he flung things off the desk. But I just decided I didn't want to deal with him no more.
Is it worth the however much you get from them?
Yeah.
Every
and some of
month
those
or
clients,
whatever
you end up finding out they're the ones you spend a lot of time with because they just they're very needy because they just do things, and they often do things in a very half-assed manner. Just everything about them becomes an aggravation. So yeah, try to identify them early on and try to say, hey, I shouldn't have them as a client. Look for the warning signs. I tell you a warning sign you may not know. The other IT company was an idiot.
You're probably going to be an idiot then too.
Yeah.
Quote, quote.
Quote, quote. That may be true. I know there's some bad IT companies. We've all seen the wiring mess. We've all seen the things. We've all walked in. I'm not just downplaying it. But if they start out hardcore bad-mouthing the last guy, think about it a second. And what did they do to attract that person? Was it just dumb luck? Because we've taken over some clients that they thought the last IT was an idiot, and they were just right. And we can't believe anyone would not be nice to them. They have been a wonderful client for years, and we're like, wow, I feel bad that you chose a horrible person for your IT. We're here to help, and they have paid their bills and been an absolute easy to work with. When we say you need something new, they go, okay, when would you like to install it? We love them as a client. Embrace those people. Yeah. They are rare. There's never enough of those customers. There's always the ones we're seeking. Most of them are going to be in between average. Hey, here's a proposal. Can you do it for a little cheaper? You negotiate, and the project gets done, and it happens. It's nice. But yes, firing clients, important. Important for your sanity. Important for your company because they can be a drain on your resources. And then think about the big picture drain of how much time you spend chasing them for projects, time, and money for you sunken costs with them.
You know who your troubled clients are. Every now and then it's a good idea just to look over what they've spent with you, what you've had to do for them. It's worth it.
It is liberating because the client came as a recommendation. You should really help this guy. And we tried to help. And we even, the people who referred him say, yeah, we know he's difficult. No, he's not just difficult. He lives to be difficult. Impossible. Yeah, we decided not, he does not like the fact that we fired him that much. He thinks that we should still do some work. And we were like, no, don't call us. Just lose our phone number. Find another IT guy. Can you recommend someone? No, I like people.
Call the guy.
I don't have any enemies right now, or I would recommend someone.
Call the guy you had come in and fix what we didn't do right, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. So that was it. Just a quick video on it. I thought it was funny that I had both got the email and Marv fired a customer yesterday.
Yesterday,
but we had to remove his email. I want all your software off. Don't worry, it's coming off, buddy.
Gone, buddy.
We don't give services for free, so it is being removed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just a quick video on that topic. I wanted to share with you guys. Fire people.
Firing Friday.
Fire on Friday. Friday is a good day to fire people.
It really is.
If you're firing people.
Studies have statistically shown that there's less chance of an incident
if you fire people on a Friday.
A little office space for you.
Yeah. Thanks. See you. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up. Leave us some feedback below to let us know any details, what you like and didn't like as well, because we love hearing the feedback. Or if you just want to say thanks, leave a comment. If you want to be notified of new videos as they come out, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell icon. That lets YouTube know that you're interested in notifications. Hopefully they send them, as we've learned with YouTube. Anyways, if you want to contract us for consulting services, you go ahead and hit lawrencesystems.com, and you can reach out to us for all the projects that we can do and help you. We work with a lot of small businesses, IT companies, even some large companies, and you can farm different work out to us or just hire us as a consultant to help design your network. Also, if you want to help the channel in other ways, we have a Patreon. We have affiliate links. You'll find them in the description. You'll also find recommendations to other affiliate links and things you can sign up for on lawrencesystems.com. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.